Hi everybody and welcome back to Hex Tokens channel. So this is the first video on PulseChain and let's get into it. PulseChain Pumpamentals. What's going to make the big X's? That's what we're going to check out, of course. Here we are on pulsechain.com. So if you're new to PulseChain, check this out. This is going to be PulseChain Pumpamentals. So obviously the PulseChain is going to be a system state copy. We can see that here. And enrich ERC20 and NFT users. The launch of PulseChain is the largest airdrop in history. Thousands of Ethereum-based tokens and NFTs receive their free PulseChain versions. The new Gold Rush contains the value discovery of thousands of tokens and NFTs on PulseChain. If you always wanted to be a whale in a certain ERC20 or NFT, maybe you can be now. Now this is the first big pumpamental in PulseChain. It's going to be the first system state copy of Ethereum, the second largest valuable chain in the world, and it's going to be a system state copy. So you're going to have a chance to become a whale on this one. You're going to get a copy of everything you've got in Ethereum, so double your bags basically. The Wild West, we're going to get some value price discovery. So huge, huge, huge. So that's the first big pumpamental. It's the economic opportunity and the big airdrop that you will get some free money bags straight away. Pretty awesome. All right, what's the other one? Of course, lower Pulse chain fees and serve more users. Pulse chain increases the throughput of Ethereum 4 times by using 3-second block times. Ethereum average block time is around 13 seconds. So that's pretty huge. Of course, saving fees, the gas prices on Ethereum are insane. So 123, 300 Gwei, huge fees, of course. And now it's going to be super cheap and super fast on Pulse chain, and you get to own your coins. So it's a layer one, a copy of Ethereum. So you own your keys and you own your coins. Huge, huge, huge. So not only is it going to be a big economic opportunity for people who have got copies and airdrops, but it's also going to be super cheap and super fast. I mean, it's like the Holy Grail, isn't it? Christmas time has come early. Pretty awesome. What's the other thing? Improved game theory. This is the third big pumpamental. PLS, Pulse token, has zero inflation. Now, this is huge compared to Ethereum, of course. And at the zero inflation, it means that once the Pulse chain launches, that's going to be the maximum amount of tokens that will ever be there for Pulse chain. It's only going to go down from there. Epic. So more big pumpamentals there. Validators only earn fees, and 25% of the fees are burnt to reduce the circulating supply. So that there is the fourth one, folks. It's the fourth pumpamental. Validators only earn fees, and 25% of the fees are burnt. So this we're starting off with zero inflation. So the total amount of Pulse will only ever go down, and you're going to get it burnt with 25% of the fees. So obviously, there's a lot of what they call money velocity, money changing hands, or pulse changing hands, that is. Then you're going to get burn, and the total amount of pulse is going to go down, which means it becomes less scarce over time, more scarce, sorry, over time. And so that supports higher value. Pump your bags, pretty awesome, and pretty awesome. Also, empower Pulse chain holders. Pulse chain's native token PLS can be staked and delegated to validators that reward the delegators with the largest percentage of fees. So not only will the total amount of tokens go down, and support higher prices, but you'll be able to stake it with the delegator and earn more Pulse coins. So the price, there'll be less Pulse coins around, but you'll be able to get the fees of the ones that are still around, and of course you get volume. So if there's price uplift, you're going to get price uplift times your volume uplift if you stake with delegators. Pretty awesome with that. So those are the real pumpamentals. Obviously, there's going to be lots of other tokens on the Pulse chain, and it means some people will just sell their Pulse and try and go for the other tokens, which means that you have a chance to pick up more Pulse. And so will Pulse get more concentrated over time? That's going to be pretty interesting, and to see that pumpamentals, pretty cool. Obviously, if you get a copy of Pulse on other chains, on the ETH chain, sorry, you will also, as an airdrop, you'll also be able to trade those around and maybe increase your value, but you're going to get double your bags anyway if you've got ETH and ERC20 tokens in NFTs. ERC 721s on the Ethereum chain, they're going to get copied over, so you're going to get a free airdrop anyway, even if you do nothing, folks. So it's a really huge pumpamentals. And of course, the other big one, of course, is demand. You need demand. You need people coming in to the ecosystem. Obviously, the biggest airdrop in history means that everybody on the ETH chain will be able to come over and party with their double bag airdrops and super cheap, super fast chain. But the other side of the course is that you want to know that there's lots of users already here. And of course, on top of that, so let's go to some of the things. Of course, we've got Pulse Chain on Twitter. And we can see that the Pulse chain on Twitter has 35,300 followers already. So demand is there, and it's exciting. People asking how can they get more Pulse already before Pulse chain's even launched. Currently, Pulse chain testnet is in the game, being tested for all the different features to make sure it's up and running, ready for the Pulse chain fork, of Ethereum, and then the launch of PulseChain mainnet, which is when it all goes live. So 35,300 already on Twitter. Let's have a look at Telegram. Of course, Telegram's got 45,405 members and 2,862 online. Huge engagement, big community there. Pretty amazing. So you can see Telegram is on fire as well. So let's go back there. 35,000 on Twitter. And 45,000 on PulseChain. This doesn't even include the Hex communities as well, of course. And then you've got on Reddit, you've got 6,800 members on Reddit, 80 online there at the moment. So pretty cool on Reddit. And obviously, we know those are the big crypto places to hang out these days. Very cool indeed. Now let's quickly see how much further demand, interest in PulseChain topic is in the game. So we've got web search here worldwide on Google Trends, and you can see that during the sacrifice phase, which started way back here, I think it was the 15th of July, and look at the big pump up here. This is showing weekly, each weekly, so 11th to 17th, 23. Then, of course, it jumped up during the sacrifice phase, which was lasted 17 days, remember? And then, of course, they've got a mercy phase at the moment, still running, but I wouldn't recommend buying Pulse through that because the rate is super high, going up 1.05 per day, up around about 60 plus dollars now per 10,000 points. Originally, it was $1. So 65 there, and of course, 25th of July, it went up to 77. And then, of course, towards the end, it was up at 100 there on the old interest over time on Google Trends. Then fell off after the sacrifice, of course, and duped around, but now it's starting to gain momentum. Dipped back down again there in September, but now look at it now, 26th of September to 2nd of October. The PulseChain interest has peaked, and you can actually see it on YouTube. It's pretty interesting. A lot of people asking how can I pick up Pulse. Pretty cool. Look at that, fantastic. Look at those results, 66, 62, and back up again three weeks in a row. Looking good. Let's quickly look, of course, at just YouTube. Obviously, where a lot of people go to find information. Obviously, this channel's on there. You can see during July with the sacrifice, huge interest here on YouTube, 71. And look, it came down after the sacrifice, starts moving up again. Look at this uptrend, and it's even Google Trends has indicated that it's set for real takeoff here. Pretty awesome. So look at the countries, of course. Slovenia is 100, Ireland, Hungary, South Africa, United Kingdom. So all different places in the world. And actually, if we go back to the web search as well, you can just see that the countries in there, we've got Slovenia, New Zealand, Australia, Puerto Rico, Norway. So lots of different countries there, all interested there with their interests. So pretty cool. We've got PulseChain price, PulseChain leaderboard. There's some of the key searches there on YouTube. Some of the key searches. PulseChain sacrifice, PulseChain price prediction. So some pretty cool stuff going on there with demand. So you can pretty much see that it's going pretty well. We've also had some big whale buyers in as well. Now you can see here on the good old Hex contract as well. You can see go to the top holders, and of course you can see during the sacrifice phase, all the sacrifice went into the top address, which was the top, started off not as the top address, but ended up as the top address on PulseChain, on Hex, sorry, PulseChain, because the Hex got sacrificed. Origin wallet sacrificed a whole ton, and you can see the amount of Hex in there, and all up is 113 billion Hex was in the sacrifice address, equal to 19.76% of all Hex on liquid Hex. So pretty cool. $43 billion in value. So pretty exciting, folks. And obviously, if you go into this as well, you can see all the top accounts in there. So very nice. So hopefully you see that the Pumpamentals are huge. It's just exciting. Hopefully I went through those as well. You get a good idea that PulseChain is going to be big. It's going to be very big. Already we've got lots of DeFi projects coming on into the space already, signaling that they're coming onto PulseChain. We've got launch pads, we've got collateral lending, we've got lots of DeFi, big players coming in. Also, some of the ones that sacrifice that are very big, also bringing on huge economic, financial, and DeFi into the space. And of course, NFTs will be huge as well. So it's going to be exciting times, folks. We're looking at probably mid-December is the expected time at the moment. We'll see how we get on there, but that's where I'm guessing that it will be. So obviously you've got to keep fluid, but the testnet is on, and after testnet is the fork, then PulseChain mainnet. That's when you can pick up some Pulse tokens when after it launches, is the recommendation on that. Once again, great times ahead. It's going to be super duper fun. All right, hope you enjoyed that. Feel free to subscribe, like, share, hit the bell, of course, and look forward to the next one. It's going to be really some good videos on this channel. Spread the word, of course, hit the bell, share, subscribe, like, you know how it rolls, and I'll catch you in the next one.